G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jack and this is Megan if you're new here. We are currently travelling around Australia in our Troopy full time.
Yes, this is our Troopy that we're in right now. Today we're going to do a bit of a Q&A. We put up a question box on our Instagram because it's been a very long time and we've got heaps of questions. Apologies if there is road noise that you can hear in the background. We're literally on the side of a highway right now.
In the absolute middle of nowhere.
That's where we sleep quite often.
So we're going to get straight into it today. We got some very good questions and Megan's going to take it away with the first one.
So we'll start with a positive, and it was best place we've ever visited in Australia.
It would have to be the Bungle Bungles for me. I was blown away.
That's an interesting choice for you.
Yeah, it's because it was so amazing.
Yeah.
That's why it was probably one of the best places I'd been. I know it's hot and it's corrugated.
And there's no pools to cool down in,
No, but
it is beautiful.
It's just that landscape was amazing and I couldn't even believe something like that existed.
For me, it would have to be Karajini National Park.
Yeah, Karajini's up
there.
there.
So 2 WA.
The one
spots.
in particular at Karajini is Fern Pool.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. All right, next question.
Are you coming to Tasmania? Yes.
Yes, definitely. We feel like we have to go see Tasmania.
Yeah, we can't
we
do
can't
Australia
not.
without seeing Tasmania.
It's not an official lap if we haven't done Tasmania.
Yeah, so we are hopefully going to be there summer 2023.
Yeah, after
Late
Christmas,
summer.
eh?
Yeah.
Just after Christmas.
That's the plan
We're
anyway.
hoping.
What camp chairs do you have and where are they stored?
All right, we're going to run a video over the top of us talking right now of our camp chairs.
Don't take our camp chairs as something you should go and buy.
Don't go and buy these camp chairs.
I mean, they've done pretty well for, what were they, like $15 from Bunnings?
$15
like
from Bunnings, and I called Megan. I was like, I just got a bargain. These chairs are awesome. They lasted 3 weeks, and they're absolutely.
If you're sitting on camp chairs instead of sitting in a van or a Troopy, then definitely go for something a bit more better quality.
Yeah, if you have any recommendations on good chairs that can fit straight in our hallway here,
yeah, so that's where we store them, and then we put them on. If we're not sitting outside the car, we'll just leave them on the front chair when we're sitting in here. Otherwise we can't open these drawers and things.
But yeah, leave a comment down below on some good camp chairs that are not too big and not too small. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. What is it like crossing the Nullarbor? Is it dodgy?
At the first time round, we recently said this in our video when Megan was driving, the first time round I was anxious because I just didn't know, and you're in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere.
And also it's the first time we'd ever crossed out of WA.
Yeah, so the first time it was scary. The second time around we were like, hell yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because we knew that it's fine and there's a lot of people around. It's not like there's not anyone around. So yeah, second time
round. But if
round,
that's what you like, you can find places.
Yeah, definitely find places where you're to yourself. But no, it's not that scary. If you have a reliable car, you're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. What is your weekly budget?
Okay, so it's completely different now on this second time round. We just let this car go past. So it's definitely different this time round on our second lap. The first one we had a lot of savings in the bank and we didn't have to worry too much. But this time round we have literally been eating noodles, $1 biscuits, cans of beans. We're really trying to budget. Like we're really trying this time.
But then also we had the plan to say, yes, we're going to do $500 a week. But we keep coming into situations where we will have to fill up the tanks twice in 1 week, and then that's already a whole $500
especially
gone. So
because of the price of diesel at the moment is ridiculous.
I think once we get into the better weather and we're just travelling slowly and get back into the swing of things, we're definitely going to aim for that $500 a week.
Yeah.
But it's been all over the place
it's been
this
pretty
first
bad.
month.
It's been bad lately.
We haven't stuck to 500 a week.
No. It's been probably over 600 per week so far. And it's not going very well. We need to really, really knuckle down and slow down and get some money saved up. So yeah, that answers that question. $600 a week, I'd say.
Yeah, on our first lap around, we did about $650 a week.
Yeah.
We have had messages saying, "How do you do that?" We do like $1,000 a week, but we don't budget for tours or.
No, we don't smoke. We don't drink.
But
but we can't afford tours. No. And we don't smoke and drink, so we don't have those habits. So that's a bit of a help as well.
Yeah. Okay, next question is, what kind of content did you find gained your accounts the most traction?
Definitely talking about money.
Yeah.
We made that one video a while ago about how much money we saved to travel Australia. That got us a lot of subscribers. Very thankful for that. And I think when you go remote, people like to watch remote travelling.
When have we done that though?
Gibb River Road.
Oh, okay.
People really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So Gibb River Road was got a bit of traction, and anything to do with blue waters. People love the coastline. So yeah, swimming and all that kind of stuff. People well, this is all coming from YouTube analytics.
Yeah.
So money, blue water, and remote camping seems to be what people really enjoy.
Yep. And if, because the questions did come from Instagram, if you were referring to Instagram, I would say Reels.
Yeah.
You've got to be using Reels on Instagram.
7-second to 10-second Reels
Yeah.
seems to be what Instagram
Short Reels,
likes.
trending audio. Try and do something a little bit different, but then at the same time,
Yeah.
like, who knows with Instagram, sometimes I'll just pan a campground and then it will get 500,000 views or something like that.
Sense.
And then I'll put 3 hours into doing a reel and it will get no views.
Yeah, so
just post.
it's the algorithms, guys.
What was the scariest moment of the lap?
Scariest was that time in Bundaberg at a free rest side stop. Some guys rocked up in the middle of the night right next to the Troopy. They weren't even camping. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning and they were talking about killing backpackers.
And we had just finished watching, well, we were in the middle of watching The Serpent on Netflix. And if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Or it's literally a whole show about a guy who murders backpackers. So what are the odds of that, honestly?
Yeah. It could happen anywhere. Nothing to do with Bundaberg.
Yeah, no, we loved Bundaberg.
We did a video on it and people were dissing Bundaberg, but Bundaberg was actually amazing.
Yeah.
We loved Bundaberg. So it can happen anywhere. It just happened to happen there at the time.
Yeah.
And these guys must have been drunk. They were smoking something.
Yeah,
they were
weren't
high.
drunk.
they were loud. And it was very, very scary. I was under the blankets with the police ready to be called.
And I slept through the whole thing.
Yeah, but Megan has she records when we sleep so we can hear if we're snoring or sleep talking. And you could actually hear them talking on there, so it wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
It did happen. But I woke you up towards the end of it.
Yeah,
and you heard them.
And then I heard them just drive away.
Yeah, but they were talking some absolute rubbish and it was very intimidating. But that's one of the times. There was another one when we're at another free rest side stop in Queensland somewhere, up towards Cooktown.
Oh yeah.
And this bloke with he had a camper and we rocked up and I could see him over in the corner, a bit odd, like you're in a bit of a weird spot in the free campground.
He'd been there for a month or something.
Yeah, and he was playing loud music and I could tell that he was drinking. I went to go fix shocky. I needed to replace a shocky bush, so I went to go do that and we're going to film it. And as Megan was filming me do that, she could see him walking over. And I was like, is he coming here right now? And she was like, yes, he's coming. I was like, oh,
and usually
no.
We like to say hello to people, but you
we
could just tell something is a bit off.
Yeah, so he rocked up and he had this glass of whiskey and a whole bag full of joints. He was smoking some good stuff. And he come over and he started talking to us and we could tell straight away that he was not in his right mind.
Yeah.
And it was a bit intimidating for Megan.
Yes.
Because he was literally
looking me up and down.
Literally just staring at her and I could see him and I knew that I couldn't say anything because it would escalate things.
Yeah.
So luckily he did.
And another thing that made him a little bit scary, he had the exact same laugh as Mick from Wolf Creek.
Yeah, it was a bit scary. But he ended up staying for like 2 hours talking.
Yeah, because we were like, all right, anyway. We said the word anyway about 5 times trying to end the conversation and it just wouldn't happen. So.
But he never did anything wrong. So.
No.
But it's just, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You have to keep your wits about you. So, but he ended up being fine. But it was just a bit scary.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, eh?
Yeah. And I mean, not so much scary, but anxiety inducing, getting a flat tyre pretty much as soon as we hit the Gibb River Road with no extra spare.
No, we had one spare.
Oh, no, I mean like after we changed that one, we didn't have a spare.
But lucky people were very helpful on the Gibb River Road. So yeah. All right, next question.
Okay. Prettiest campsite you've ever stayed at? Awinya Creek? Maybe?
Yeah, Awinya Creek on Fraser Island, on the west side of Fraser. It was. That was honestly the most beautiful campsite in Australia.
Or maybe along the north of Broome coast, maybe Quandong Point. Maybe
Quandong Point and Awinya Creek. They are the most beautiful parts of Australia.
I was going to say they were both free, but no, we had to pay for Awinya.
Yeah.
What did you do for jobs?
I was a dogman, labourer, traffic controller, hoist driver that goes up the side of the massive high-rise buildings, all that kind of stuff.
Digging holes?
I was ticketed. Had lots of tickets.
I was a property management services consultant, which basically I just did rental inspections all day long, and I did property condition reports for new rentals that tenants are about to move into.
She was pretty good at it,
and
guys.
a few like open houses and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Were you scared to use your house deposit on your car and travel?
No,
I don't think we were scared.
not at all. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Because my mum kept saying, "You got to buy a house, got to buy a house." I was like, "Hell no! I'm going to buy a Troopy.
You have to do the opposite.
I'm going to travel Australia." So no, we weren't very nervous.
Yeah, and we knew, we could always come back to our jobs and just save it again.
I feel like we're still young enough to do that.
Yeah.
So
Although
because
we're not that young.
This
but-
probably answers another question. Actually,
Yeah,
We're
someone
only-
said, how old are you? And then they said smashing goals. But then it's like, when you compare other people who are almost 30, they do have a house and kids and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But
we're 20. I'm 28 and Megan's 29.
yeah.
We're young ducks, mate. All right, next question.
So it doesn't feel that way sometimes. But no, we're still young.
I still feel pretty young.
I feel young. But how much did you allow for your first trip?
35,000. Oh, maybe 40,000. We had 35,000, but then we had some shares and all that kind of stuff that we could liquidate quite quickly. So 40 grand, but 35 did
We
it.
spent the whole 35.
Yeah, 35's gone. It's definitely gone. So yeah, 35,000.
How do you afford to travel now?
The whole YouTube thing, sponsored posts on Instagram.
We've done a whole video on this. I'll link up
Yeah,
top.
we'll link that.
But yeah, it's slowly coming together.
Yes.
We
It's very, like we said before, we're budgeting now because we are not making a lot of money.
No.
We're not making a lot.
Definitely not.
It's less than $700 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to be very careful with what we're doing. That's why we're moving very slowly now, so we can get our bank accounts back up. So yeah, YouTube, Instagram are the two main, and Patreons. If you want to become a Patreon, please become a Patreon. It'll help greatly. So yeah, go watch that video. We tell all in there.
Yeah. Best thing you did on your lap?
Fraser Island. That was honestly the coolest thing ever. Getting on Fraser.
Yeah.
What about you?
Maybe snorkeling in Exmouth.
Yeah.
And then, snorkeling with the turtle and
That was cool.
seeing all the mating turtles and things. That was really cool.
The turtles are so majestic under the water. They just swim so majestically. Oyster Stacks in Exmouth was the one.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
What else is there? Maybe seeing all the waterfalls in Queensland as well,
Yeah.
because that had been so high on my bucket list for so many years. So
They
that was
don't get
really
old.
great.
The waterfalls don't get old.
You got a bit over them.
No, I got
yeah.
a bit over them, but then you just see one and you're just like, holy crap, that's massive. So
Yeah.
yeah, waterfalls, Fraser Island, and what was it?
Snorkeling.
Exmouth, yeah.
Okay, so next question is, how much have you invested into the Troopy?
Okay, so the Troopy cost us $21,500 at the start. That was a long time ago. That was cheap. And then I think it was 60 grand all up for everything. When that was all new, everything was new. So yeah, I'm going to make a completely different video on this, everything to do with the Troopy and costs and all that kind of stuff. So I won't answer that question too much, but 60 grand was pretty much what allowed us to get to where we are now.
Where do you see yourself in 10, 20 and 30 years from now?
This is the best question.
I love it. Thank you.
It's from, what's his name?
Troopy in
in
Africa.
Africa. You're a legend. So 10, 20 and 30.
Yeah.
10 years, definitely have a kid in the next 5 years. Mate,
Okay.
I've got it all planned. So kid within...
He would have me popping one out tomorrow if he had the chance.
Not tomorrow. No, we can't afford it. In 10 years, I think we will be finished travelling. We'll always travel, but there'll be more like a holiday thing when we go travelling. So 10 years, we will definitely be based somewhere. It'll be Perth, I think. We'll be in Perth, and we want to have a lot of land, like a few acres of land, maybe like 30 acres. That's not just a few, but 30 acres, and we want to start a farm stay kind of place, like for hip camps where caravans come, and we want to create an oasis with animals and ponies and ducks and geese and sheep and goats and horses, everything. So that's
Horses are expensive.
But that's pretty much what we know. We want to do that.
Yeah.
We want to be away from the city and have some land like that. And then 20 and 30 years, I don't know, who knows. I think that'll be great, and you can bring your kids along to the farm. So that's what we know we want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually go back to 10 years, we definitely want to see as much as the world as we can possibly see. And we will. And we want to keep doing YouTube the whole time. Mm-hmm. So it'll be like
and setting up the farm. How fun would that
so
be?
we'll video setting up the farm. It'll be awesome. I can't wait. It's actually really exciting.
You're more excited to do that than any other travel.
Have the kids in it and everything. So that's our plan. Is it my plan?
It's our plan.
It's our plan.
What about 20 and 30?
We haven't planned 30 years ahead yet. But
No. Wouldn't be grandparents yet, would we?
No.
No.
Anyway, I hope that answers that question.
Kind of. Any plans to travel internationally, see maybe Europe or New Zealand?
Yep, so this is a question I couldn't wait to answer. Or maybe you want to answer it.
No, you can answer it if you're that excited.
Getting excited. So we definitely want to travel internationally, but our income
this is
is
our
YouTube.
livelihood is YouTube, so we can't just go backpacking and things if what you guys care most about is van life and overland travel. So
we need to be careful with what we do.
We would love to travel Europe in a van.
We're going to travel Europe in a van.
Yeah.
We're going to travel America in an F-250
RV or something.
RV fit out thing. We want to do all of that.
Yeah.
We just need to be
Canada.
We just need to be very careful with how we do it because we want to video the whole lot.
Yeah. And a lot of people are here for, four-wheel drive adventure, so we don't want to lose the
That
interest
audience.
of those people. So
Yeah. So we're
take
definitely
a lot of planning
on doing that in the next 12 months. After 12 months, after this next lap, we will hopefully be making enough money to go and do that. And whether or not we do it, we probably won't bring the Troopy overseas. Maybe to New Zealand.
Maybe New Zealand,
but
depending on the cost.
That's probably as far as it'll go. And there's already the way overland doing that, so we don't want to do that as well.
And also, I think maybe having a new vehicle every continent we go to would, keep the interest and make us excited to have a new home and that sort of thing.
And it keeps the channel growing.
Yeah.
It brings in new audiences and all that kind of stuff. So yes, we're going international. I hate getting on planes, but
Jack
I'm going to do it.
Terrified of plane travel.
Terrified of water, terrified of planes. What a wussy, eh? Yeah. Anyway, next question.
What are 3 things you have learnt since living on the road?
Okay, so the first thing would be living in a house. You don't need all the creature comforts. You definitely don't need that. Yeah. You don't need a hot shower. You don't need a flushing toilet, all that kind of stuff. But
it's nice.
It is nice, but you don't need it. And another thing is we've learnt that there is so many nice people out here.
And it's like-minded people as well.
All the nicest people we've met are the people doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's because it's no stress in it.
Yeah.
It's not stressful. You're living your life on your own terms.
Or when it does get stressful, there's always, someone around to help. And
so
I think also because we were pretty stressed in our jobs really when we left, and I think maybe we were not seeing the best in people, and maybe we were surrounded by people who were also stressed, and it's just nice to see how many nice people there are.
Yeah, so there's so many nice people.
And I think I definitely learnt as well how to go with the flow a bit more. I was very much a planner, and I had to have every single thing scheduled.
No routine here, buddy.
You can't do that on the road, so you definitely learn to go with the flow.
Another thing as well is you will always find water. I thought that water would be hard to find, but we've had no problems with finding water, guys.
It's such a random...
Yeah, but it was something that was on my mind. I was like, where the hell am I going to find water to drink? But it's everywhere. You'll be fine.
Okay, next question. Are you planning any modifications to your current setup?
Nope, nothing we want to change. I would love to... I know this is not what people want, but it would be cool to have the car on 35s and put a bit of lift in it and get a front locker as well and tackle Cape York. But it's our home and we can't do that to the car.
Yeah, that was another question someone asked.
Like really tackle the fun side of, like the dangerous side of Cape York.
We just can't afford to risk it.
We don't want to break the car. We don't want to do that. So, but that would be nice. That would be cool to do. Or maybe even I've been thinking of doing it in another car, like a GQ Patrol or a live axle car, front and rear coils, something like that, and go tackle the Cape York in something else with a swag. That would be awesome. But we'll just see where we're at when we get there.
Mm-hmm. Next question was, how do you plan where you're going next? I did do a blog post on this. I will think I can link blog posts, so I'll do that. But we basically just go with the weather.
Yeah.
This time around, we were, going to embrace the cold and we were going to head straight into it, but we decided against that now, so we're just going with the weather again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll link the blog post. So basically, I find places on Wikicamps and Instagram and
Wikicamps is the best.
Yeah.
We keep saying it, but
and
honestly.
also this time around as well, satellite view on Google Maps, so you can find some cool hidden beaches and lakes and things like that. So yeah. How do you deal with arguments while traveling?
Okay, so actually, this would be interesting for you guys. So we've been on the road for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Was it? A month or a month and a half, and we've had one pretty bad fight. That's it, eh? What did I do?
We're not going to tell the story.
Megan was trying to chase me around with a pair of tweezers, trying to get... I'd grown a little hair on my nose here on the tip, and she wanted to pluck it off, and I was like, hell no. And then she was like, let me do it. And then I got angry. I was like, no, leave me alone. And then somehow it just turned into a fight. And it was a pretty bad fight.
And we weren't even hungry. I don't know what the deal was.
I don't know what
happened.
happened.
Must have been some certain time.
Pretty shitty day. But it turned into a shit show. And the way we dealt with it was you walked away.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to deal with it, is just have your little fight, and then you need to give yourself like 2 minutes of space, because if you don't get that space, you would just keep yapping at each other constantly, eh? You just keep fighting.
Yeah. And eat.
You got to eat.
If you know that it's been a while since you've eaten.
And drink water.
Yeah.
So yeah, the best advice for fighting is, I don't even know if this was the question, but some advice is get the hell away from each other for at least 2 minutes, because there's something in our bloody bodies that doesn't go away unless you get away from each other.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you can maybe smash out a workout or something to get some endorphins going, because sometimes you're just in a bad mood and there's no escaping it. And exercise is a good way to escape it.
But it's going to happen, so just
hopefully it doesn't happen that bad again, because that was bad.
That was a good one.
How long left of the road life?
I want to travel for at least another 3 years, but not in Australia.
Yeah,
so 11 or 12 months in Australia now in the Troopy. Who knows? We might even sell the Troopy. It has come up in conversation lately, but
that was the next question as well.
Oh, that's the next question.
Yeah. But you can finish this one.
Yeah, so we want to definitely keep traveling, like we said.
I want to see the world before having a kid, and I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I just
but once
I want to do it for myself, because I've never done it.
Yeah, so but once we have a kid as well, we'll continue to travel.
Yeah, I know, but
it's a whole new journey.
I just need to do it for myself. I just need to prove to myself that I can do it. We
will go and travel internationally, and So next question's a good one.
Yeah. So would you consider?
It's kind of a part of this question.
Would you consider selling? What was it? Would you consider selling the Troopy for a bigger car or a caravan?
This is what has been coming up in conversation almost every second day here in the Jack and Megan household. We've had the Troopy now for 2 years, I think, and
it's been 3.
3 years, maybe 4, since we got it stock. Obviously, we're going to get a little bit bored of it.
Well,
it's natural.
Think that's the thing. That is part of the reason that we want to travel so much as well, because we do get, itchy feet every so often, and even when we were, living normal lives in houses, we used to move house a lot.
Yeah, so
get bored.
I think the saying is there's always greener.
Always greener.
The grass is always greener. So what have we been thinking? So I've been considering and looking flat out. So it's very high. We are considering selling the Troopy.
Yeah.
We're highly considering it.
But this is, like I said, we move house a lot, but this is more home than anywhere we've ever lived. So it is going to be a very difficult decision.
Yeah.
But with a family on the horizon, we will definitely need something bigger.
Yeah, so we've been thinking of Unimog 4-wheel drive Toyota Coaster. We don't want a caravan, or there's Ivecos. There's a few other ones. Leave a comment down below, because I'm struggling to find anything that is better than the Troopy. That's the problem.
I would be stoked with a van, but as we were saying before, I think we would lose a lot of the audience, and then also
because at the end of the day, this is a business.
Yeah.
As much as we enjoy it, it is also our business, and it makes us money, and we need to think about what will keep everybody excited. And plus, I wouldn't be too excited in a 2-wheel drive van or a 2-wheel drive bus. I just don't want to do that. And like Megan said, it takes away going off road and all that kind of stuff. So we don't know what to do. We're very stuck right now.
We are still happy, obviously,
we're
right
still
now,
liking it.
travelling in the Troopy, but
as-
always have to be thinking about what's next.
Yeah, as
especially
much-
with, this business, I guess.
As much as I've thought about it, nothing beats the Troopy, and I think a lot of you will agree with that. Ronnie Dahl recently said that it's the ultimate touring vehicle, and he's pretty right, I guess. And Anthony Olympia White, he even says it. He's got one himself as well, and nothing can beat it. I just can't think of anything. So if you've got a suggestion as to what we would do or what we should do, because we obviously need something bigger to start a family and continue the journey on. For
it to be our base.
Yeah, because
if we go international.
If we go international, we'll be coming back to the vehicle and continuing living out of it for the next 10 years or whatever it is. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below what we should do, because I guarantee a few of you will have some thoughts on that. So yes, we are considering selling the Troopy. It's pretty sad, but I don't know. We'll just see what happens, eh?
Yeah.
All right, is there any more?
No, that was it.
That's it. I'm also considering doing another Q&A, because we got so many questions about the Troopy, and for instance, like, should I buy a 75, should I buy a 78, 79, and just there's so many questions to do with the Troopy, so that's a whole other video. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We want to thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up
and
or
subscribe.
Yep, because it helps us out so much.
Yes.
It really helps us so much. But anyway, we'll see you next video.